Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com. Hey, thanks for listening to the Kim Komando Show. Here comes hour one. Okay, it's another crazy TikTok viral trend. Okay, they're calling it the airport theory. I don't know if you heard about this. 400 million views. It claims that you only need to arrive at the airport 15 minutes before your flight takes off. What? Yeah, they see the whole idea is that you're going to breeze through security, check your bag, and then you're going to still make it on the plane. Some people do, some people don't. 15 minutes is just not enough time. That even stresses me out just even thinking about it. But speaking of, a photon is going through airport security and the TSA agent says, "Do you have any luggage?" And the photon says, "No, I'm traveling light." Yeah, you're going to use that one. I know you are. And on that happy note, welcome. It's the Kim Komando Show because after all, funny how this works. I'm America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you once again, making sure, yes, they're back. Where have they been? Where have they been for years? The We're Not Worthy section of the live studio ends. And I just have to tell you, we put the band together back today. We did. Well, first of all, we have the mighty Mike James running the board. Hello there, Mike. Let's see you there. He came back with the We're Not Worthy crowd. And then, of course, there's my cohort, Andrew Babinski.
Mike James is back? That's who's back there?
Yes.
Oh, my word.
Gosh.
When's the last time the three of us have done a show together? Was it pre-pandemic?
Has it been that long?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know. I'm still talented.
That's what I was just going to say next.
That's right. Hey, after all, you can find the Kim Komando Show on over 420 top stations from coast to coast, and we're streaming in your favorite radio app. Of course, you can find us by searching my last name, Komando with a K. And you can now get the Kim Komando Show as a podcast in your favorite podcast player. Just search again for Komando with a K. And the Komando hotline's open right now at 1-888-825-5254 is the way to join in on the fun. Just a reminder, you can always drop me your question through the website. Hit Komando.com, and there's a link at the top that says Ask Kim. Alrighty then, every single day I dive into at least 35, 40 different sources to make sure that I'm up to date on everything that's happening in the digital world. And here are the top 5 things you need to know about right now. And we're going to start with, I will make sure the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. No, I didn't say that silly. President Trump did. And he name-dropped XRP, Solana, Cardano, and these prices just skyrocketed. And then he added Bitcoin and Ethereum to the mix. So if you're thinking about getting into crypto because you're like, oh, this is going to be the next big thing, just know that hype moves markets, scams are everywhere, and regulation is coming. And just remember, the first 3 letters in crypto, you've heard me say it before, it's CRY. So we don't want that to happen to you. Moving on to number 2, as the crackdown who gets into America continues, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services may soon demand access to social media accounts of everyone applying for green cards, citizenship, asylum, or refugee status. But can they actually do this? Can your employer demand your social media passwords? One thing that you have to remember is that the internet is forever. That's right. Everything that you do is saved somewhere. Now, what you may not know is that there is no federal law prohibiting the feds from demanding social media credentials for anyone applying to get into America. Now, for employees, only 13 states has laws specifically prohibiting employers from demanding your social media credentials. Something to keep in mind. Moving on to number 3, Google is the first major company to go public with this, and they did it this past week. They say you should always conduct business, especially job interviews, face-to-face and never on a video call. What? Yes. You see, job applicants are now using AI and teleprompter software during job interviews. So this AI will monitor the entire interview and then say, psst, here's how you want to answer. And the AI will give the job applicant the answer. So is it unfair? Yes. It is dishonest? Yes. So if you were to hire one of these people, they actually lied, they misrepresented themselves. So don't take the risk. If somebody won't come into your place of employment in order to interview a job, they're just not worth it, okay? By the way, we're hiring writers, audio techs, salespeople, managing editors. We have a whole bunch of positions posted over at commando.com/careers. And I will tell you that 90% of them are in the office. And later on this hour, we're going to talk about a response that I got from a particular applicant that I found was very, very, I guess you'd use the word interesting. Moving on to number 4, the thing about streaming video is that it's grown to be 100% reliable. Kinda, almost, maybe. Just ask anyone who tried to stream the Oscars on Hulu or Mike Tyson, the Jake Paul prize fight on Netflix. You see, video streaming disasters occur only during major events, and you might be wondering, why is that? You see, the internet was designed for point-to-point communications. It was really never designed to broadcast to everyone, and that's the problem. And finally, this coming in at number 5. Have you ever dialed 1-800-BAD-BLOOD? Yes. You see, Taylor Swift fans are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on vanity phone numbers tied to her name. This woman by the name of Jennifer Aniston, she's the creator of Swiftie phone numbers, and she has tracked down every Taylor-themed number she could find. So, like, for example, there's 509 Swiftie that sells for $5,700. There's 816 Swiftie. That's, of course, Kansas City, where Travis lives. It's $1,000 more. 79 Eras Tour is $4,500. And 43 T Swizzle sold for $6,800. That's just a phone number. Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm just a huge Taylor Swift fan. I just love her. So here, let's dial it up, and I want you to listen to my voicemail right now.
Hi, you've reached 405. Hey, Trav, it's me, your beloved digital goddess and number 1 Swiftie, Kim Commando. Leave me a message at the beep and have a great day.
Yes, that's it. That's it. You know, I have a Roomba that I named Taylor Swiffer. I am on a roll today. All right, still to come. 26 million devices are at risk. I'm going to tell you if you're on that list. And then we're going to talk about the safest way that you should be paying at the gas station and other places. And then, of course, we have all of your great phone calls. And then you have all of us here at the Kim Commando Show. Hey, imagine getting $500 for yourself or $500 for someone who truly needs it. That's the whole idea behind our Pay It Forward challenge. It's ending soon, so make sure that you enter to win right now. Winfromkim.com, winfromkim.com. Holly in Phoenix, Arizona. Hi, Holly.
Hi, Kim.
Welcome. What's going on?
Thank you for taking my call. I'm wanting your thoughts on an ongoing scam that has caused my brother to lose over $400,000.
Oh, my gosh. $400,000?
How?
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
I believe that it may have started in the fall of 23. He met someone on TikTok who he believed was Jennifer Aniston. I'm not sure if this is how it really started, but she somehow, or that so-called person, is involved in this crypto scam. He thought he was investing in crypto.
Okay.
And I believe that the places that he was sending his money to were out of the country. And I believe it to be several different places.
Okay, so, wow, $400,000. And now, was he in love with Jennifer Aniston?
How did you guys find out about this?
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yes. How did I find out about it?
Yeah.
Well, he just, he confided in me. And initially, when this first started in fall of 23, he just told me he had been talking with someone. My brother lives in Hollywood, so he said that he was talking with someone, but he couldn't tell me who. But he said, you'll be shocked to find out who she is.
We're shocked, all right. Okay. We are.
Well, I was shocked when he eventually told me, and I just thought, well, okay, whatever. And, I just let it go. Well, he became more and more involved with these phone calls, and I said, well, my gosh, she lives in Hollywood. You must live 2 miles from her. How come you haven't met her yet? Well, it's just not the right time for her. Well, eventually he came to tell me that he had sent her $15,000, and I said, Mark, she is worth over $300 million.
Yes.
Why would she need your money? And he said, well, her money's tied up.
Oh, gosh.
So,
We've heard that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just wanting to know your thoughts on this.
Now, does he think he's going to have a romantic relationship with her? Or is this just purely... Yes. Oh, so he does?
Oh, yeah, he absolutely does.
He thinks he's going to be more than friends?
Yes.
See, Jennifer Aniston, Friends, nothing.
I got it.
Everybody's stone-faced in this entire studio.
All right, you wanted to hear. Deliver the line again.
No.
Come on, just do it one more time.
That didn't even click with me, honestly.
Okay, here, wait. We're going to do it again.
He wants to be more than friends.
Oh, you're so clever. Oh. You know what? Here's the deal. I got to tell you, just between you and me, Holly, you have to humor him every once in a while.
I appreciate it.
You have to do that. All right. So is your brother still giving her money?
I don't know. I can't say he's giving it to her. I know only of the one time that he has told
Which, by the way,
about.
we should just say this. He's not talking to Jennifer Aniston for anybody who's listening.
Right. It's Courtney Cox who he's talking
Yes,
to.
exactly. And so has he gotten the deep fake videos and everything like that?
He got one that he shared with me where she was telling him that she loved him. It was about a 10-second video. To me, it looked deep fake for sure. And another, he shared a picture of me with me of her crying. I guess she was upset with him about something.
She probably didn't get all the money she needed. Sure. So what happens when you try to say, hey, listen, this is all bogus? How does he respond to that?
Well, when I think he's finally resigned himself to the fact that the crypto scam he's lost his money. That money's gone. But as far as she's concerned, he said to me, Holly, that's where you're wrong. And, I just have to let it go. He doesn't believe that what I'm saying is true. He truly believes to this moment that he's talking with Jennifer Aniston.
So he's holding on to it as his last hope.
He is, and part of me gets that since he's lost everything else. He just can't give this up too.
Does he have any money left?
Nothing. He had. It was almost like a gambling addiction. He could see his money being held in a so-called wallet, and they would keep telling him, send us X amount of dollars and we'll access the wallet. You can get your money out. Well, obviously that never happened. You
know what they do is that it's all bogus. It's all a simulation. It's software running on their servers. So it looks legit. It does. And you see the money going up and down. But once you try to get the money out, that's when all bets are off.
But how is he not making the connection to the love of his life, Jennifer Aniston, got him into the position where he lost $400,000?
Honestly, I can't confirm or deny that. It could be two separate things. I believe that he thinks he met her on TikTok and then somehow possibly introduced him to this crypto investment, so-called.
That's what happened, Holly. That's what happened.
So Jennifer Aniston is not directly asking for the money. She passed him off to another scammer, that is.
Yes, but she's keeping the romance alive so that this way he still keeps giving the money up.
Okay, that makes sense.
So so where's your brother going to live?
Oh, well, he's still in Hollywood. He's been in Hollywood for over 30 years.
But I mean, if he's lost all his money, is somebody else paying his rent?
No, he's 66 years old. He just started taking his Social Security in January. He just got the two checks the other day, that I'm scared to death. What's he going to do with those checks?
You know what? He's going to give them up. He will. He's going to send them to the
I'm so afraid. I told him pay a couple months' rent. His rent, thank God, is very low because he's lived in the same place and he's grandfathered in. So his rent is, I believe, to be under $1,000 a month.
Well, here's what I would do. Is I would go out there and I'd sit down with him face to face, or I'd bring him to Phoenix and say, this is what we need to do. We need to secure your accounts, change your password, set up two-factor authentication, freeze your credit. Everything stops, cuts off all communication, and then figure out how to get him into some type of therapy. He needs some type of therapist to actually sit him down and say, buddy, this is what's going on.
Because you got to get past the fact that he thinks he's in love and in a relationship with Jennifer Aniston before he's going to connect to anything else.
Exactly. He needs a support group. Now, of course, you can report the scam to the Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3.gov. There's also reportfraud.ftc.gov. And I would definitely encourage you to do that because the whole idea is it's not maybe they go after this one scammer, but they can see a trend. But if you would like me to actually speak to your brother, I'm happy to call him personally off the air, whatever I can do, whatever we can do to help you out. Because $400,000.
This is tragic.
It's awful. Just awful. Holly, we're here for you. Just always remember that. All right. Just want to pass this along that if you're not already using Tap to Pay, you really need to. I want you to set up your Apple Wallet. If you're on Android, it's either Google Pay or Samsung Pay. Because let me tell you, it's safer than using credit cards. Because when you're using Tap to Pay, your credit card number doesn't really go through to the merchant. It's actually a virtual card, a mixed up number. And it's a lot easier. You don't have to carry a wallet anymore. I don't even carry a wallet. I have my driver's license, everything in my Apple Wallet. Just something to keep in mind. You're not sure how to set it up? Head over to the website. That's commando.com, of course. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise. Home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
I just have to share this with you all, that we are, of course, hiring. Things are different now when you're hiring versus before COVID.
What do you think? What's the biggest challenge for you?
People don't want to come to work.
That's a huge challenge. Yeah.
It's a problem. Okay. They don't want to come to work. And so we are in the market for a great managing editor for the current newsletter that reaches 650,000 folks every single day. It's huge.
You don't want to do that job anymore? One of your 6,400 jobs that you do?
No, I've been doing it. I'm tired of it. Time to pass the baton, baby. And so this person, let's just call him John.
Okay.
Applied to be the managing editor. And John came in and took the writing test, and it was okay. It wasn't great.
So he's not off to a good start.
No. And then we said, we'd like to speak with you anyway. And before he decided that he would come in, and he's probably about, I don't know how old he is, but I would guess from his resume like 30s, 40s, somewhere in that range. Before he would come in, he decided that he would send, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 10-paragraph email.
That's actually a book. That's considered an ebook on Amazon.
And he talks about how he's currently making $90,000 a year with an insanely flexible schedule.
Insanely flexible.
Mm-hmm. Remote, although I choose to be in the office 2 days a week just to get out of the house.
Of course.
Yes.
You got to balance everything.
And then he goes on to lecture me that a digital newsletter, it seems archaic for people to actually come to the office.
Yeah, there's no other companies that do in-office. All the ones that do in-office are just archaic companies like Amazon and Tesla.
And then it goes on about another couple of paragraphs about how I'm wrong. Then he has a note about the schedule. The 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in-office requirement would turn my day and commute into a 12-hour day. I mean, I would have to get up at 6 a.m. to take care of my family. And then I wouldn't get home until near 6 p.m.
He has kids. Will you please think of the children, Kim Commando? Please think of the children.
The pay range, $80,000 to $100,000 a year, is simply not enough of an incentive.
No, that was this big thing is you either got to pay him way more money to have a 12-hour day or let him work whenever he wants.
And then at the end it says, if you would like my freelance writing rates, let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're reasonable.
Yeah, like we're going to get into that.
So when does he start?
Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Just kidding.
Welcome, John.
Yes, glad to have you with us. Tony in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Kim, how you doing?
Great. What's going on?
Great. I can't believe I'm talking to you. I've been listening to you on the phone for many, many, many years.
You've been on hold that long? We are so sorry, Tony.
I mean, normally we try to get you within a few hours.
Right.
I mean.
Well, I've got a question, and the question is, I'd like to take my writings, my handwritten, cursive handwriting, notes and stories and stories about my family and genealogy.
Okay, all that good stuff.
Written it. Yeah, there's reams and reams of it. And in the past, I have had some luck with optical character recognition, but it had to be typed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could do that. And now that I have all this, I said, well, shoes, we can probably find something that can do that. And I've searched and searched. I've gone to my geek friends. Nobody seems to know.
But you know what? You didn't go to the right source, okay? You did all this before you called me, America's digital goddess. Why did you even waste your time?
I can't believe I didn't think of that first, Kim.
All right. Okay. So here, you got a couple of options. You can use Microsoft OneNote, Google Lens. You can try to see if it works. Try to see if it works. And these are some free options. And it does do handwriting OCR. But is your handwriting any good?
Your assistant said it was fine.
Oh.
It wasn't scribble.
Okay, well, that's good. So, mine's horrible. How's your handwriting, Andrew?
I can't even get the phone recognition to recognize my print. I can't imagine what the cursive would go.
It would just go.
My phone would just shut down.
That's it. But there is.
I grew up with the Palmer method, so it's pretty good.
The Palmer method.
Palmer? Robert Palmer? Is your handwriting simply irresistible?
Yeah, they taught me in school, how to make how to make those letters and make it readable. But nobody can read cursive anymore. My girls can't even read my handwriting.
No, it's because cursive is done. I think I talked about it here on the show that archives.gov, they're actually looking for volunteers, people who can read cursive handwriting, because we have thousands and thousands of documents from the Revolutionary War that were done in cursive handwriting, and nobody can read them. And the computer can read them. So anyway, so that said, there's an app called Transcribebus. And I'm going to spell it for you because it's a tech thing, meaning that we always leave out a whole bunch of letters. It's Transcribus. And it's really good for messy cursive or just regular cursive handwriting because it will actually learn. It's AI based. So it'll learn how you write. It will figure out the letters. And then once you transcribe this, then you can put it into a book. You can do whatever you want with it.
Right.
Make sense?
That's great. It makes sense.
So what's the best story you have in all these books?
My last job, my best job, I dealt with elderly. And my parents always told me, if you want to make somebody think that you're very interesting, ask them about themselves. Mm-hmm. And so I asked these people, and they would tell me stories. And I'd ask them, have you ever met anybody famous? Where have you traveled? I've got the greatest stories from people who worked in the Peace Corps and, in villages, from people who were at Bikini Atoll when they were testing the bombs.
Wow.
One lady was an actress, and she kissed, I said, what was your best time? She said, I kissed Dustin Hoffman. She said, but it was tough because I was supposed to be dead.
Oh, well, yeah, and hopefully it wasn't, what was that movie where he was, what was that movie in San Francisco where he was the nanny, Dustin Hoffman? Do you remember that?
Nanny?
No.
Tootsie.
Yes, she had to be dead.
I don't remember the scene where Tootsie was making out with a dead body, so it must have been a different movie.
I don't remember that either. Transcribus, or you want to use Google Lens or Microsoft OneNote. All right, there's this website out there I just want to pass along, and it's actually a free tool from the Cellular Telecommunications Industry Association. That's a big name there, isn't it? The CTIA. Yes, it lets you know if your phone has been reported stolen. So all you need is a phone serial number or the IMEI. Every phone has something called an IMEI. You can find it under settings in case you want to know. So the website is stolenphonechecker.org. Stolenphonechecker.org. Let's see. We have time for a call right now. Renee in Tampa, Florida. Hi, Renee.
Oh, hi. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Kim.
Hi. Glad to have you with us. Tell us what's going on.
I'm a huge fan. I follow you even on Instagram now. I've just discovered you not long ago, and I'm so glad that I have.
Oh.
My question today is it possible for someone to clone a person on their phone? And I ask that because I was in a marriage, and after my father died, I was quickly divorced thereafter, and I believe I was having an issue with my husband, and he was doing that to me. So that is my question.
Yes. The answer is yes. Yes.
Okay.
And now, what makes you think that your phone has been cloned?
Well, my father died on December 20th, 2020. I caught my husband cheating on January 8th, 2021. And on January 10th, 2021, 2 days later, my father's phone was wiped out. My phone was pretty much wiped. When I say wiped out, everything had changed in the phones. And basically through 2021 and 22 and part of 23, things were going on in my phone constantly. When I say that, I felt like someone else had control of my phone at all times.
Well, let me give you some signs to look for. Okay, so like you start seeing calls or texts that you never initiated; they just start appearing. You start maybe some weird noises, coming from your phone, maybe background noise during phone calls.
Alarms going off through the night.
Well, that may not be it, but the battery's draining.
Okay.
You maybe have some unknown devices when you start looking at your account settings, and it's really easy to clone a phone. It's not that difficult. Do you want me to tell you how? You want me to tell you how it happens?
Yes, please.
Okay. What happens is that somebody will call your carrier and they'll say, "Oh gosh, you're not going to believe this. I lost my phone and I need you to activate the SIM on my new phone. And I don't know, I'm so upset." And then the person at the carrier says, "Oh, here, let me help you." And then they activate your SIM number on that phone. And sometimes it can actually happen that will be activated on both. So then they get copies of everything that you're doing on your phone. And so the way around this is that a lot of people don't realize is that you can call your carrier and you say, "I need to put a SIM lock." And you can also do that in your settings. You put a SIM lock. So we went through 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. And so is anything happening right now?
Well, the reason I know you're absolutely right is because in 24, my son got me a phone from a different carrier in a different name, and it stopped in 24.
Oh, perfect.
So this makes sense. This makes complete sense. But I had a feeling, and I prayed on it, and I just discovered you in 24. Now I follow your newsletter. I subscribe to Incogni. Now my whole family follows you, and I follow your Instagram, and I'm learning a lot about technology because I didn't know enough, and I'm older, but I thought, you know what, you're never too old to learn. So this is great information, and that Incogni is something else. I mean, that's a great thing to have, and everybody should really have that.
Well, thank you. I mean, they are a sponsor of the show.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no, they're one of these sponsors. I wish that I would have invented the product. It's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's a lifesaver.
Yeah, basically what it does is it gets out all your personal information from the data broker sites, the people search sites. I mean, you have that. It's the whole story, Andrew, about Incogni.
Yeah, I have a coworker that signed up for Incogni because he got threatened by scammers, murder. And I told him, "Oh, you know what? Kim always talks about this Incogni." Within 2 hours, he runs in and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm already off of this site and I'm already off of that site. This is amazing."
It is amazing. They've gotten me out of 1,200 different people search sites, data broker sites.
So many.
Yeah. And I just don't get any spam phone calls. I know this sounds like an infomercial, but I'm sorry. It's just a great product. It is. If you go to privacykim.com, once again, that's privacykim.com, and you're going to get 60% off. All right. Still to come, 26 million devices have been compromised. That's a lot. Okay. And of course, we have more of your phone calls here on the Kim Komando Show. Okay. So what do you think, Andrew?
Phone call?
Think we should do a phone call?
Yeah. I'm curious to hear what Steve has to say.
So let's see. Steve in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Glad to have you with us. What's on your mind today, Steve?
Hi, Kim. I've been I can't listen to you constantly on the radio, but I've listened to you for years. But I see the newsletter every day, and I do follow that. And I'm fairly new to my iPhone, and I'm learning lots of things from you to check and boxes to uncheck and
awesome.
what not to do, and really keep me out of trouble.
Just the bottom line there, right there. So
keep other people from getting me in trouble, whatever.
Yeah, that too. So all I see is Wi-Fi for your shop. What does that mean?
Well, I have a woodworking shop that's separate from the house. It's about 30 feet away, give or take, and it's a steel-clad pole-type building, and it's about, even the Wi-Fi router is within that 30 feet. It's really close. But our house is aluminum sided, and then the steel siding on the shop, I have a darndest time getting a connection out there. If I go outside, I can get a connection with my phone. But, gee whiz, I've got what do you call that, mesh system?
Yeah, mesh is good. But here's the problem, is that when you start talking about aluminum and steel, then that's going to just totally destroy whatever signal that you have. And so you do have some options. You could try to use an outdoor Wi-Fi extender. I wouldn't really try anything with the power line adapters. That's where you get the Wi-Fi or power line. I wouldn't go there.
Oh, well, my power in my shop is a separate feed from the utility than my house is. So that I don't know if they have to be connected.
No,
anything about it.
Yeah, it's. But I'll tell you the best thing I know, and you're going to oh, really? Come on, Kim. Is an Ethernet cable, a buried Ethernet cable with an access point. I mean, if you really want to get the best darn connection that you can to that shed, you can try with the outdoor Wi-Fi extenders all day long. And let me tell you, I know this from personal experience. I have a house that's made of steel. Okay, I do. And you can try all day long, and everybody say, oh, it'll work. Oh, it'll work. It'll work. Okay, it'll work. And then all of a sudden it drops. Okay, it'll work. Then it'll drop. Then it'll work. Then it'll drop. And you get my point. And then you're frustrated. And then you're going to go outside, even though it's in Fort Wayne, it's 28 degrees below zero. And then your mustache is going to get all that little snow on it. It's just not good.
What a picture.
Okay, buried Ethernet cable with an access point. That's what you need, Steve. Thanks for your call. Coming right back. 26 million devices have been hacked. What does that mean? I'll tell you here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, bottom line on the 26 million devices, stolen credit cards. If you haven't checked your credit card statements lately, be sure to do so. Make sure that you set up any alerts as well with those credit cards. Hey, don't forget to enter to win in our Paid For challenge. Go to winfromkim.com. Hey, appreciate you being here. That's the end of hour one of the show. And be sure to tell your family members and friends how great it was.